beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Maggie Reneé, and I am a Juilliard trained opera singer. Do not forget to like, comment down below, and subscribe if you would like to see more reactions to this artist or group. And don't forget to check out the links in my description for perks, benefits, and behind the scenes you don't want to miss. All of my reactions are created live on Twitch during our live stream, so I hope I'll see you at the next one. But for now, let's get into this reaction. Here we go! This is Andrea Boccelli and Sarah Brightman, Time to Say Goodbye. Thank you so much, Roy, for sponsoring this video. Guys, let me know what you like and what you don't like, and Roy, let us know if there's anything else we need to know. Here we go. Let's do it.
Gratitude by this audience. It's obvious that they're hoping for an encore, and I do believe that Mr. Boccelli is about to join Miss Brightman center stage.
Oh,
here they are, Andrea Boccelli and the lovely Sarah Brightman with conductor Stephen Mercurio. And I do believe that our wish is about to come true, Valerie. I do believe we're about to hear Time to Say Goodbye.
Such beautiful music. This is so old, oh my gosh. He looks so young here. That's crazy. I'm surprised I've never seen this version. I will say, for the people who are wondering, for an operatic thing, this would never pass, of course, because this is classical crossover. This piece, I think, was also, yeah, it's a written classical crossover piece, so it's not meant to be necessarily operatic, but the way that she's singing it is absolutely off the voice. It's gentle, it's beautiful, it's lovely, but it's not like in any way an opera placement. So yeah, it's just a classical crossover performance. She sounds beautiful though. She's got great control. She's making it sound beauty. She's going towards the beauty of every single note, which is really nice. I also wanted to mention, in her technique, she has a thing that she does with her voice. You can hear it. It's a little bit in the back of the throat. My teacher called it kermiting. A lot of singers do this. In the operatic world, you can't do that. They teach it out of you, essentially. It's totally fine for this performance. She has no reason to teach it out of herself. But it's funny because it's like almost like a Shakira sound. You know how she does the la 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 la? She has it all right here, all in the back of her throat. So she has this effect, but in an operatic sense, which is super fun. It's like a cute sound in the classical realm, you know? Actually, also Celine Dion has a little bit of that as well, especially all by myself, all by. She does that on like the by myself. So Shakira has it, Celine Dion has it, and she has it as well. It's like a technical thing that people do. I think it actually comes from trying to make your voice sound warmer, which is not a bad thing. It's just a thing that I notice in her voice. really hear it on her A vowels. Like top of the range, it actually doesn't sound like anything too prominent, but you can hear she's like really trying for that vertical space, but instead of like letting it have height, it's having depth, which is kind of causing it. So on the te, you can really hear that because it's in the middle of her voice and it's such a te, like an E vowel, kind of more horizontal, even though it has that vertical space. So it's interesting. You can really hear it on that pitch or on that note. It's coloring. It's still beautiful though. She's got a lovely voice.
Sei lontana, sogno all'orizzonte, manca le parole. E io sì lo so che sei con me, con me. Tu mia luna, tu sei qui con me. Mio sole, tu sei qui con me, con me, con me, con me.
You know what's interesting about Andrea Boccelli? He has such a beautiful, rich voice that, like, he starts singing and you're like, what the heck, man? It's just not fair. Like, he just sounds good without even trying to sound good. The only thing that's more noticeable to me now since I've gotten my training versus before when I was young and listening to him and like, oh my God, it's Andrea Boccelli. A little bit, you can tell in the operatic world, he doesn't... especially in this, from what I'm listening to right now, especially in this, he's not singing with a proper operatic technique. His voice is straight toning quite a bit. He's not letting the vibrato spin. So, like, you can hear it here. I'll show you.
Con me, con me.
So, con me, versus con me. He's not letting the voice spin or resonate. He kind of comes at it from the bottom rather than approaching it from the top and letting the resonance spin out. I'll show you a little bit earlier when he comes in too. See, like, l'orizzonte mancan le parole. It's beautiful. His voice is rich enough. It doesn't need the spin for a classical crossover situation. But because he is considered the opera singer of the classical crossover world even, it's important that I point out those kinds of things because I'm not sure if he was professionally working on his voice. I don't remember exactly what his story is in terms of that and how he came into opera, but he's not doing that spinning. And if he had some lessons, or maybe he did, I don't know. I have to listen to a lot of his recordings. I haven't heard him much in the classical realm recently. But anyway, if he had that, then it would help him a little bit more in that range. But listen to this. I'm going to go back a little bit so you can hear it. Wait. So, mancan le parole. It's rich and beautiful and it sounds powerful, so that's why he gets away with it. But if he opens his throat and lets it resonate and gives the sound there and vibrates it, mancan le parole, parole. It's not my range, but it should have more of that spin, of that richness and the vibrato in there. He's missing that. Falls flat a little bit. It's still beautiful because he's got such a beautiful voice and tone. But that's what he needs to improve on.
Time to say goodbye. Paesi che non ho mai veduto e vissuto con te. Adesso si rivivrò con te.
It's throughout all of his singing. Partiro, a little bit was better. And Marie. See, but like even there, no, 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 esistono più. He's kind of just singing it straight. There's no vibrato. There's no resonance in that. Like there's a sound because his voice is so resonant naturally. He doesn't have to create that to sound like an opera singer, but in reality for the technique, no, 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 esistono più. Like he needs that vibrato in order to have that legit opera sound. It's so funny to me. I never heard that when I was younger, but now it's like very, very evident. You know, it's like the first thing you can hear immediately in his voice. Even though he's found that tenor spot, he sounds beautiful in that range, but that little change in the way he places his voice is so interesting. It's hilarious to me. If he had like one lesson with a great classical voice teacher, I feel like they could have gotten him there and he would have been there permanently. But it's such a bright, beautiful voice. So you can't even tell. It's amazing how she's actually using the correct technique, like partiro. Perhaps it's because she's got a little bit of that, like that Kermit sound that I told you about. That's why her resonance is a little bit quieter than his. But he's so much louder, even with the wrong technique. It's incredible. He's got such a resonant and powerful voice, despite singing in the way that he's singing. I mean, it's incredible. I can't even understand it. It's phenomenal. He's so lucky. Orchestra. What the heck? She did a what? What did she just do? Interesting. So he went directly the Io con te and held that note, but she went Io con te and went all the way down to that. Io con te. Maybe because they wanted to create that effect. Da, da, and like make that kind of a sound. That's so strange. I mean, it looks very intentional. She did it on purpose. It wasn't an accident. Fascinating. No, this is interesting to point out, though. SSBM Sound says she went up the octave. No, she didn't. She was actually already up there. She started... And then she goes down and goes up again. She was already in that octave, but for some reason she decides to scoop an octave down and go back up. So she was already in that same octave. She just, for some reason, went down and then back up. She didn't go... Io con te. She didn't do that. She did the... Which is super weird. I don't know why she does that. I mean, I could tell that it could be like maybe a musical effect kind of a thing. Like those notes make it more interesting because it changes the melody up a little bit. But like, what in the world? I was not expecting to hear that. But they sound phenomenal. That was just shocking. I've never heard it done like that. Maybe I should start doing that from now on when I sing it. Wow. Oh, look at that performance venue. Is that in New York? They're in Manhattan. The old Manhattan skyline. That's amazing. Wow. Okay, that would be an awesome backdrop. Holy cheese muffins. Wow, that's beautiful. Oh my gosh. I would have loved to see that concert. Holy cheese muffins. Guys, what a beautiful, beautiful performance. It's so cool to see them so young and see them just like starting out. And also hearing Andrea after my training. I didn't really know Sarah Brightman's voice very much, but Andrea specifically, hearing him after having my training, I'm like, oh, now I understand why the opera world is mad at him, but I also understand why audiences love him. It's hilarious. That's incredible. Wow. Thank you so much, Roy, for sponsoring that video. That was epical. Holy cheese muffins. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see another one of my reactions to this artist or group, please don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and comment down below what video I should watch next. Also, be sure to join us on Twitch for our weekly live streams of music, reactions, and more. Don't forget to check out the links down below in my description for exclusive behind-the-scenes perks and benefits. I am sending you all so much love, and I will see you in the next video.